own
really
ways.
funny, yeah.
I think.
I don't mean like Raz is dumb. I'm just saying like.
You know we're live right now?
Takes.
And we're just saying, I'm just going to say, pause for a second and say, hello, Nikita.
Raz is not listening.
He might be a person, he might be one of the few subscribers to this podcast, to this
But
video, I
like,
mean.
Miss Foy just takes a while to respond. She really thinks it through. Whereas Raz, quick instincts it, you know.
Okay. So what are you studying AP Lit right now?
Yeah, something tells me Raz has not read my Antony.
Yeah.
I have not read My Antony yet, no.
It's like
It's probably
It's like a book about
What are you
an
reading?
immigrant
Yeah.
My
family.
Antony.
it's not one of the best.
We can read it aloud.
I actually don't mind it.
Let's
Yeah,
do
it's
it right
not
now.
bad.
Well, I'm going to change the subject, and I'm going to talk about area between curves.
Okay.
And see, Hannah, what you can tell me about, you know, this is from 2011, this question, free response. And they're asked to figure out area B.
It would be g of x minus f of x. Maybe the integral graph.
G of x, which one's G of x? This one?
The higher line.
And this is F?
Yeah.
So you want me to write an integral symbol?
Integral of g of x minus f of x.
Anything else I need to write down to get points on this thing?
You need to write the interval.
Yeah, what is the interval?
Oh, you have to solve all of that.
You have to solve for each of the points.
How do I do that?
Um,
You're asking me.
I'm asking Hannah. This is her.
You set each of the functions equal to.
One is 2 to the x minus 1 power, and the other one is a parabola.
You set them equal to 0.
Yeah, how do I solve this? I have no idea.
You set them equal to each other.
Yeah, well, I could.
You can do it on a calculator.
I would do this one on a calculator. I mean, this exponential function is rather not
It's gonna be
nice. Do you have it already?
No, I was just, don't you have to have the integral of the intersections?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking.
Yeah, what's the intersection? This must be negative. This must be 1 point something.
I got negative 2 point, or gosh, negative 0.258.
To what?
I'll get that one. 1.653.
And what do you get for an answer? Everybody knows how to do this on their calculator, right?
Uh, 1.400.
1.400?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I don't hear any arguments, we'll say that's the answer. Okay, so that is, that was worth, I think, 3 points. Okay? How do you figure out area A? Gavin, how would you go figure out A?
I think you have to do.
The easiest way.
Well, don't you have to do like? There's like gonna be 3 integrals.
Yeah, I know, that's what I thought initially. Okay?
Oh, you
And
can
then,
subtract. You can
and then
subtract.
somebody
You're right.
last year said there's a lot easier way.
Yeah, just subtract A from B, or wait, B from A.
Take the area under G, and then
Take the area under G.
Yeah, and then subtract one, which is
g of x dx minus this area oops, sorry, g of x, that's what Hannah said. Sorry, Hannah, wrote it down wrong. What do we need to complete on that?
Big interval.
Yeah, we need to know our interval. How are you going to figure out the interval?
It'd be the same
And
as
put it
that.
right there.
No, because
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
it's way over here. It's a little further, isn't it? This is 2 point something, looks like.
Find the zeros.
got to negative 0.414.
1, 4?
Yep.
And what about the other one?
Just a moment.
2.14.
414?
Yeah. Plus it's
And do we have an answer?
Uh, 3.7. Oh wait,
Did you subtract your 1.4 from it?
I did the first
Oh.
3.771.
Did you subtract this?
No.
But we're confirmed by 2 people.
I got 2.371.
Yeah. I got
2.371.
7.1.
All right, very good. So that's for 6 points. Now, volume of a solid whose region is base B and the cross sections are perpendicular to the x-axis are squares. So if you recall, there's B. I'm going to call this S. So if this would be extended to the x-axis, that means my squares would be perpendicular. So it's coming up in this direction, over and down. Does everybody recall that? And what I do is I create a little square. And this is S, so the area is equal to S squared. And I have to figure out what S is. And so Ryan, what S is the distance between G and F, correct? So how would I write that? Mm-hmm.
So that'd just be,
In terms of X.
so that'd just be, g of x minus f of x.
Very good. Okay, you want to set up the integral for this? So you remember they are thick, correct? I'll try to be artsy here. And they are dx thick. Okay? They're very, very thin. So I'm going to integrate what?
So you could integrate, g of x minus f of x squared.
Yeah, very good.
And you do that from, well, I think what we had before.
Which one of these? I got numbers all over the place
Yeah,
here.
Number one.
This one right here?
Yeah. No, or number one. So
Oh, the number 1 up here. I see what you're saying. 0.258 to 1.653 squared dx. So I have everything proper, right? So I can get credit. Now I just got to get the right answer. So I got for sure 2 out of 3. Do you have a calculator? Oh, you do. Okay. Jonathan, what do you have?
I got 1.230.
1.230. Do other people confirm that? I see a nod. All right, not too bad. Kind of like these. These are kind. For me, these are. That's not us, right? It's comfort food. Same problem, but now the cross sections are right isosceles triangles. So I'm thinking this is S, and this is S. And this would be Jonathan's. Would you agree that picture looks correct?
Yep.
Region B and the cross sections perpendicular to the x-axis are right isosceles triangles. Okay. What would be the only difference? My guess is our bounds are the same, right?
Well, let's read.
And S still equals what Ryan said, g of x minus f of x. There's still dx thick, correct? What would you have me do?
So it would be 0.5 times the y1 minus y2. So
Okay, g of x
x
minus f of x.
And that
Yeah.
one would be squared.
Yeah, you know you can't use y1 and y2. You do it on your calculator, but you can't write it like that. Okay. So it's half of what we had before?
Yep.
And so it'd be 0.615.
Yep.
Oh, that was nice. Okay, now we're going to revolve this baby about the x-axis. So Ryan, this is a hole. Oh, not Ryan, Ellie. Sorry, Ryan. I'm saving one for you. Okay. So you have a hole here. Would you agree? So if you remember, you have this big radius. This is where I usually use colors. You have the radius of the hole, right? Called little r. Is this sounding familiar?
Yes.
Okay. You think you got enough to set it up?
Yes, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest and tell you I don't completely remember. It's pi times the integral of something.
Pi, I would agree. So it's pi. Would you agree that we're going from here to here, correct?
Yep.
So we're going to use those same bounds because it's just b that we're revolving?
Yes.
Okay. So, because we get points for all of these, right? At least if I have my bounds correct, I'll get 1 point. Have you eaten donuts lately?
Can't say that I have.
Okay. Well, if I take r of x and square it,
Oh, and
that would be revolving this whole thing around, correct? Like there was no hole. We call that a Bismarck.
then you subtract little of
The donut hole, which in my family were highly popular. Okay. So minus r of x. Well, that's not going to be good enough, is it? Does that look familiar, Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want me to put in here? What is our...
That would be g of x.
Let me catch up here. G of x squared
Yes.
minus
F
right,
of x squared.
f of x squared dx. So this is kind of the washer method, they like to call it, because washers have holes in them. Not the washer I have at home, because I use that to clean my clothes. It does have a, it doesn't go all the way through. We used to have a washer that was the case, and we got rid of it. What do we get for an answer? Did you guys color coordinate on purpose?
No, but in Gov class, there was a group of 4 of us that all had maroon on.
Really?
Coincidence.
Jonathan,
I got 11.356.
is that confirmed?
I got the same thing.
Okay. All right, now same thing, volume at y equals 2, which is right here. And so there's some empty space here, correct? Like right here, if I'm going to try to be artsy here. Hole here. Hole here. I'm hoping that equals 2. So if I make that equal to 2, if I plug 1 in here, do I get 2? Yeah, I do. All right, that's kind of handy. All right. So what do you want to do there? Now our big R, you want me to help you out? Now our big R looks like this. This thing's getting really messy. And then here's our little r. I guess it's pi. So from a negative 0.258 to 1.653. Well, it's going to be this r of x, correct? What's our r of x? It's this purple distance, right? And it's top minus bottom. 2 minus what? F of x. That's squared. Minus, now, this little r right here. 2 minus g of x. And aren't we glad we have technology? This is Bulldogs, though, doesn't it? That's in Duluth, isn't it? This is Nike. I think, aren't they the Oregon Nike Ducks? Am I right? Aren't they sponsored by Nike? The Oregon Ducks?
Yeah, a lot of teams.
Yeah, but don't they buy their uniforms different every... Jonathan, what'd you get?
I got 6.240.
Anybody else verify that?
Yes.
I did something wrong, so I didn't get that.
Ellie, you said what?
6.240.
You got it? Okay. Number 7. Oh, we can't do. It's the shell method. Number 8 is the shell method. We'll have to wait. We'll come back to that. To be determined. To be determined. And that will be for Aaron and Ryan and Brady. Okay? Something to look forward to. Alrighty, so I was able to... You guys are ready for the quiz.
What? Right now?
Yeah.
Right now?
No, Thursday.
Oh, yeah, why are we spending 3 days to review all that? Seems pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll move it up till...
I think